Good evening, everyone. It is Monday, April 8th. It is 7:16 PM. It's the regular meeting of the town council. Please rise for the pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Jonathan,
Yes.
just so you know, on the camera,
Yeah, I'm looking at it right.
only shows the C. Okay, you got it, Terry?
I'm looking at it now, Councilman Reed. Hey,
Thanks.
Phil, is there anything, can you redirect it? Can we move that camera? I don't know if it got touched by the cleaning company, maybe. That's kind of my thought.
But Kevin, you can hear us, right? It's the other one.
It's the other one, maybe, Bill? There,
I can hear you.
Little higher, Bill? Turn it.
Perfect.
Good, perfect. Thank you, Mr. Phillips. Appreciate it.
All right, the following town council members are President Chambers, Persico, Kohut, Mauer, LaPellis, Formicella, O'Rourke, Duva. The following town council members here digitally read. Following town council members absent, Wales. All right. There's no objection on consent calendar as presented. ISAC communication items A through N being incorporated into events for a meeting. Item 5, public participation. Is there any member of the public that would like to participate tonight that's here in town council chambers? Is there anyone online that would like to participate for public participation this evening? Please remember to mute yourself. *6 on your phone, or select the microphone with the red line. Hearing and seeing none, I'm closing public participation. Appointments, we have one appointment this evening. Councilmember Mauer.
Yes, thank you.
Do you need the?
Nope. We asked that the town council adopt the following resolution, resolution number 24-056, resolved that the Monroe Town Council hereby approves the first selectman's appointment of Kathy Stevens, Democrat, of 14 Dorsch Drive to the Conservation and Water Resources Commission for a term ending December 5th, 2025.
Thank you. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Councilmember Persico. Mr. Mauer.
Thank you. Kathy Stevens has been a lifelong resident of Monroe. Kathy is a retired Trumbull school teacher who taught special education for 35 years. Over that time, she also served as the faculty advisory council at the Trumbull High School for 25 years, in addition to serving as the Trumbull Education Association Building Union representative for 20 years. Kathy is interested in preserving the town's natural resources that contribute to the community's New England charm as the town continues to foster economic development. And this appointment fills the vacancy created by the resignation of Samantha Spino to become a member of the Board of Finance.
Thank you. Any other discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor of this resolution, please say aye.
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 Any opposed? Hearing none, passes 8-0. Moving on to action item, back to item.
Mr. Chairman, I did bring a package for Mrs. Stevens. I expected her to be here, so
Okay.
you just make sure, do the follow-ups to make sure she comes to the town clerk or to my office to get sworn in. In the past, there's been a few appointments recently where I don't know if the message was kind of lost about that, so I just want to make sure that happens. All right, thank you.
Thank you. All right, action item A, Town Council Committee on Finance, Education, Health, Public Safety Matters. Madam Vice Chair.
We have not had a meeting in a while.
Thank you. Town Council Committee on Planning, Zoning, Public Works, and Park and Recreation Matters. Councilmember Duva.
Nothing to report tonight.
Very much. Item C, Town Council Committee on Legislative Administrative Matters. Councilmember Reed. Kevin, unmute yourself. Yeah. All right, Kevin's having technical difficulties. We did meet this evening. The following resolutions were passed for consideration to town council.
Hey, Jonathan, sorry.
There you
Something, phone was not coming off mute. Apologies. All
Go
right, so
ahead.
we did meet we did meet tonight, as you said. We talked about five items: fire apparatus listing, the Connecticut Department of Agriculture for the Senior Farmers Market Nutrition Program, exceptional sidekick therapy dog services, exempting municipal property from zoning regulations, and finally, the agriculture enhancement grant award agreement. We did discuss all. All were, four of them have reached consensus to come to council. And Mr. Chair, I'll leave it up to you to explain number 60 to folks on what the plan is for that going forward.
Thank you very much, Councilmember Reed. So item E on our agenda is consider act upon a resolution regarding exempting municipal property from zoning regulations. This item was, after some discussion, it was passed at LMA meeting, moved over without a vote. We needed some additional information. The town attorney is going to provide that additional information about other municipalities who have taken a similar action, as well as any complaints or issues that they've had in implementing such a regulation in their towns. Additionally, there are some members that wanted additional public input on this, so I'm going to ask for a public hearing at a meeting to consider this. I will say that depending on scheduling, that there will be a special meeting. There's no date currently scheduled for that, but I will communicate that date to everyone. It will be after the town attorney gets that information. So it will not be on Monday of next week, though. So we'll get some additional information from the town attorney, as well as have an opportunity for public input on that matter before we consider it. Okay. So item D, strategic planning committee. We had a meeting earlier this evening. We went over the proposed capital projects for the upcoming fiscal year. There was some consensus that 2 fire apparatuses would be considered for bonding, a bonding resolution in this fiscal year as next fiscal year. And that's something we can speak to the Board of Finance about. I will remind everyone that we will have a joint meeting with the Board of Finance Monday, April 15th at 6 p.m. to speak about bonding. I expect some of the topics to include bonding for roads and other items related to road construction and reconstruction, as well as the other items on the agenda. I think there was consensus on the vast majority of the items. But the biggest change is to move those 2 fire apparatuses to bonding authorizations in this fiscal year as opposed to next fiscal year. All right. Item E, Open Space Preservation Acquisition Committee, Councilmember O'Rourke.
We have not met since our last meeting.
Thank you. And item F, our first selectman's update.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. In the operations update, the senior center. I attended the Commission for Aging meeting and spoke to the members of the commission about upgrades to the center with a large focus on a pool table. Many of the members.
They're big on the pool table.
They're very big on the pool table. And when I said that I endorsed it before I left, the thing was, remember what he said. So, but we'll be discussing upgrades and potential additions to the center. I know the previous first selectman had some ideas there and some plans that we could look at in the near future, as well as addressing the ongoing septic concerns. They're having some issues there, but Public Works is in the process of getting a new camera, so maybe that will help that situation. The commission is aware that I'll attend upcoming meetings so we can assist in any needs at the center. It's convenient. They do have the meetings during the day. I'm here, so I might as well go there and talk to the individuals there and see what concerns they have from time to time. So I will be consistently attending. Public Works, heavy rains created some new road issues. Underground and it says service water, but it should be surface water. Both have potential to damage roads. Now that the asphalt plants are open, crews have been dispatched daily to work on the post-winter issues, as well as those arising from heavy seasonal rains, April showers, spring, May flowers. Spring cleanup has also begun and the streets are looking much cleaner. I want to thank our citizens for their hard work on this as well. As I drive around town, I've seen many people outside cleaning their yards of debris, as I'm sure they always have. I would like to advise our community in regard to Route 111 and 25. Both Route 111 and 25 are state roads that are plowed and maintained by the state of Connecticut and not the responsibility of my office or Monroe DPW. Unfortunately, winter creates slight unsightly conditions. However, as always, DPW is out cleaning the town in the spring, as they always have. Thank you to the men and women at DPW. Per my request, the state of Connecticut consultants were contacted by the town this morning about the Stevenson Dam to check on any potential damage from Friday's earthquake. Ironically, the state of Connecticut was doing their inspection on Stevenson Dam at the time of the incident. So the town is awaiting reports. However, no changes have been issued by the state or the state DOT at this time. Land use, a part-time special projects coordinator position and the inland wetlands enforcement officer position are currently in the interview process for potential candidates. And recent town hires. Rita Amaya is our new night custodian. If any of you have walked around and seen how much cleaner our town hall is, thank you, Rita. She is a godsend. We appreciate you more than you know. I think the only mistake I've seen is that she may have moved the camera. But it's been so much nicer working here with the new custodian. Philip Harris was hired to the WMNR board operator. Darwin Barton, we've had some issues with police dispatchers, so we just got a new dispatcher, which is great. Welcome to the team, Darwin. We sent 2 officers to training, 2 police officers to police officer standards and training, which is great. And we have 8 seasonal parks and recreation hires at this point. No new promotions. An emergency services update, just to make you aware, CPR training. Town employees are being offered a CPR class to be taught at our EMS headquarters. Learning the skills is extremely important, a great thing to know in saving a life. So if you are interested, you can contact them. The opioid settlement, this council has worked on this for a few years. I know, I don't remember exactly when it started, but I think it started before COVID. So this council has been instrumental part of the opiate lawsuit, and currently we have received about $30,765.20 in settlement funds from that situation. In the police department contract has been signed and will be going into effect. Once again, I can't thank this council enough supporting that contract. The comments I'm hearing is a win for everybody, and I believe it is. It is already, from Keith White, has affected the police department in a very positive way, far less sick time and things of that nature. So all of the components of that police contract seem to be doing exactly what they were designed to do. So thank you to this council for supporting that. We have a new lateral transfer today. I met the gentleman from West Haven, Officer Ahmed Arnold. Great addition to the department. I wish him the best of luck in his future endeavors with Monroe's finest. And capital projects update, Pepper Street. We had a recent meeting and spoke about the next steps with the town attorney, town engineer, and DPW. The town attorney is completing his legal review on how to move forward with the scenarios revolving around Pepper Street. In the community update, the Center for Family Justice, many of you have seen, obviously, we know that Councilman Janice, she brought up the desire for a donation to the Center for Family Justice, and we know that Janice Persico, I apologize for not saying your last name. We know that that came with a town requirement for the first selectman's office for somebody to be on that board in order to make that donation. And I think many of us agree that they do a great job, and they donate a lot of time and money to the town of Monroe. So it's a small price. It's a small donation for what they do. But anyway, Scott Redfern was sworn in at Town Hall as a liaison for my office to the board of the Center for Family Justice. I also spoke with Deb Greenwood, who runs the center, and attorney Matt Reale, who is the chairman of the board. And both are extremely happy with Monroe's new support and office access that we are providing for them. Citizens needing the center's services, per Mr. Redfern, should call the 24-hour emergency hotlines for the quickest attention from the center. And there's 3 options. If it's a domestic violence scenario, the number is 203-384-9559. Sexual abuse, the number is 203-333-2233. And if you're a Spanish-speaking citizen, 203-568-8332. Also, the online property fraud alert system is now fully functional, and anyone interested can contact the town clerk's office if there are any issues. There's been some talk about difficulty enrolling in this program, so if there are any obstacles, please call the town clerk's office at 203-452-2811 so they can assist you. And finally, the grants, thank you to Kelly Plunkett for a job well done with the Farmers Market Grant Award in the amount of $4,150. That is one of the resolutions coming up. I hope you will all support that. Obviously, we all love our farmers market, and hope everyone enjoyed the eclipse. That is all I have. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We have no matters of unfinished business this evening. Moving on to new business. I move that the town council accept the following donation, which exceeds $1,500. $2,914 to the Monroe Food Pantry from William Benedict VIII from the sale of David Lang cutting boards. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Mauer. Mr. First Selectman, anything?
Thank you, Chairman. As always, you know, these funds are useful in helping the daily operations of these operations. Thank you to the community and the generosity that they exude when making these donations. Much appreciated. The funds will be put to good use. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. All right, any other discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Hearing none, passes 8-0. Moving on to B, resolution 24-047. Madam Vice Chair.
Resolved that Terrence P. Rooney, first selectman of the town of Monroe, is authorized to execute and deliver on behalf of the town of Monroe the listing and marketing commission agreement and any associated documents by and between the company to First Apparatus for the sale of the KME 81 mid-mount platform apparatus.
Thank you, Madam Vice Chair. Make a motion to adopt resolution 24-057. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Mauer. Mr. First Selectman.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. For your review and consideration, attached is a fire apparatus listing and marketing commission agreement for the sale of KME 81 mid-mount platform with a list price of $975,000. This agreement was reviewed by our town attorney who provided his opinion letter.
Thank you. Any other discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor of adopting resolution 24-057, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, passes 8-0. Moving on to C, resolution 24-058. Madam Vice
I
Chair.
move the town council adopt resolution 24-058. Resolved that Terrence P. Rooney, first selectman of the town of Monroe, is authorized to execute and deliver on behalf of the town of Monroe the 2024 agreement and any associated documents by and between the Connecticut Department of Agriculture for the Senior Farmers Market Nutrition Program.
Thank you, Madam Vice Chair. There's a motion to adopt resolution 24-058. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Vinduva. Mr. First Selectman.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Our Director of Community and Social Services has refers to my attention the Connecticut Department of Agriculture Senior Farmers Market Nutrition Program for the purpose of providing electronic benefit cards to senior participants for use at our farmers market. The senior center may be identified as the town's local coordinating agency that shall distribute the cards to eligible participants during the 2024 and 2025 farmers market session. This agreement has been reviewed by our town attorney who provided also an opinion letter. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you very much. Any other discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor of adopting resolution 24-058, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, passes 8-0. Moving on to D, resolution 24-059. Madam Vice Chair.
I move that the town council adopt resolution 24-059. Resolved that Terrence P. Rooney, first selectman of the town of Monroe, is authorized to execute and deliver on behalf of the town of Monroe the Exceptional Sidekick Incorporated Therapy Dog Services best practices and any associated documents by and between the Exceptional Sidekick Incorporated for their therapy dog services.
Thank you. There's a motion to adopt resolution 24-059. Is there
Second.
by Mr. Mauer, Mr. First Selectman?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Our library director, Nicole Signoli, is interested in providing no-cost therapy dog visits in the Children's Department of the Edith Wheeler Memorial Library. The Read to Thor program will be presented in the Children's Department in a reserved area, and all participants will be pre-screened to ensure age appropriateness. This agreement has been reviewed and further negotiated by the town attorney who has provided his opinion letter. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you very much. Is there any other discussion?
Yes, Mr. Chairman, if I may.
Go ahead.
I just have one question. Does anyone know whether or not these animals are certified therapy dogs and by whom they are certified?
Who might have an answer?
Yes,
They are certified.
And by whom are they certified?
they go through a training process The certified exceptional sidekick has an entire training process. They go through the training process for teaching, for being a B2 animal. And they.
I'm sorry, for
I
being,
don't know if it's state or if it's, I know that they are certified. As part of the laser fiche process, I had that paperwork as part of, I sent it. I don't think I have it on me right now.
I missed some of what you said, but there are certain certifying bodies that actually certify therapy
Yeah, they're
dogs.
certified and trained to work with children and have them to be read to. Sorry about that.
Sorry. I'm just trying to figure out what body, is it a national organization?
This
That's
is a local,
exceptional.
the
I understand who
certification-
Exceptional Pet is. I'm asking who the certification is through. Right, certification reference is not in the contract, that's why I'm asking.
Support.
They are insured, they have a certificate of insurance. Where they're certified. I don't have actually, if it's a state-run program. or
Exceptional
whatever.
Pet.
Just trying to see if I can see the.
They're not a certifying body, right? So I guess I'm just trying to establish and ensure that the dogs are properly certified as therapy dogs, number one, and that their handlers have been vetted properly for dealing with children on a regular basis.
Yes, they have that,
And
but I don't have that right in front of me here.
Nicole, it's your understanding that the dogs are specifically trained to work with children, right?
trained and certified.
I
at two
have
different-
that they're specifically trained to work with children.
Thank you.
Can we have this one?
All right, any other discussion?
I have one question.
Go ahead.
What age groups do they go up to their high schoolers? Just curious.
Depends on what they need, depends on, right now, we're looking in the children's department, so that would be up to 10 or 11.
Right, okay,
But that doesn't mean that we can't expand it to adults.
okay. I know
Maybe.
sometimes at Mass, like they bring in therapy dogs and I know that the kids love it. So I'm just curious.
Right now, that's what we're focusing on.
Okay, thank you.
Very much. Any other discussion?
Just if I can input, my recommendation would be, Nicole, if you find that certification, if you can even send it to me and we could distribute it to the council members just to
I appreciate that.
make sure. I did meet Thor and the owner, and it just, it's an impressive animal. However, I do understand Councilman Cohat's concern. So if you can just get that certification, and then this way we can distribute it to, so that'd be great.
Okay, I do appreciate that.
All right, I'm gonna call for the vote. All those in favor of adopting resolution 24-059, please say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, passes 8-0. Item E, we're passing this evening, given my explanation previously. It will be an agenda item at either special town council meeting or our next regularly scheduled meeting. Would also accompany a public hearing to allow public input on that issue. Moving on to F, resolution 24-061, Madam Vice Chair.
I move the town council adopt resolution 24-061. Resolved that Terrence P. Rooney, first selectman of the town of Monroe, is authorized to execute and deliver on behalf of the town of Monroe the FY 2024 Agricultural Enhancement Grant Award Agreement and any associated documents by and between the state of Connecticut Department of Agriculture for the Agricultural Enhancement Grant.
Thank you, Madam Vice Chair. There's a motion to adopt resolution 24-061. Is there a second?
Second.
Janet? Maybe, did you second?
I did, thank you.
That's where in person go. Mr. First Selectman.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I spoke about this earlier. The State of Connecticut Department of Agriculture has awarded the town of Monroe $4,150 through the fiscal year 2024 Agricultural Enhancement Grant. The award goes to the Monroe Farmers Market for the Department of Agriculture's Customer Experience Program Expansion Project. This grant was highly competitive with more than 33 applications received. Once again, thank you to Kelly Plunkett for her work on this and winning this grant. This agreement has been reviewed by our town attorney, who also attached a letter of opinion.
Any other discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor of adopting resolution 24-061, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Passes 8-0. Second, public participation. Is there any member of the public that would like to speak on resolution 24-060? Hearing none, please second public participation. I'm adjourning this meeting at 7:41 PM. Thank you.